What's up, everybody? This is Philsov, and this is my fourth Valkyries video from the Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 Deep Dungeon. My basic strat for these people is to have them funnel right into me, and then I will impale them with long-range AoE, and hopefully kill them, a whole bunch of them at once. As far as team setup goes, most of them will have auto haste, yin yang magic, and short charge. That's so they can get a doubt faith on them right off the bat. They all have 13 speed, so when innocent wears off, they will be perfectly set up as far as their CT is concerned to cast doubt faith on themselves right again, so I can minimize potential damage from all the warlocks. They also have ribbons, which grants them status immunity because in addition to all the magic damages warlocks do, they can also do things like petrification, confusion, and silence. So, protecting against all of that, and to round that off, they all have Hamado too. So these warlocks are locked out. This is a very good immunity build. It's perfectly cheap, honestly. I hope I don't have to revert to it too often just because it's that cheap. But as you can see, they can't do anything. They're just gonna kind of come near me because once again they have their fists to rely on, and their fists can hurt. Honestly, I'd give them high brave and good compat, and in a very bad situation they could probably one-shot one of my samurai or geomancers or something. So that's kind of defend against that. So opening move, of course, everyone's gonna innocent themselves or at least try to. The first Geomancer is most likely to. She has a 90% chance. Everyone else is somewhere hovering in the mid-70s. And I'm not too worried about Ramsler because he's going to be miming himself 4 times over. So he's definitely going to be getting innocent. In case these innocents fail, for example, they die. So if Reyes doesn't catch innocent, or if the second or if any of the Geomasters don't catch innocent, it's really no problem because I usually have enough damage from everyone else that I can kill off everyone, revive them right before their counter runs out, and then use them to help finish the thing off. If I res them right off the bat, then they're just going to catch another summon, and it's a bad AT loop because I'm on the losing end of it. So in this situation, everyone did get hasted. Sorry. Innocent, so they're not even going to be tried casting spells. Everyone's immune to status, they can't do that, so they're just going to run up and wait. It's very pretty. One of the reasons I went with Geomancers instead of my initial straight up Samurais is that Geomancers can wear shields, which is nice in case I need to actually move forward a little bit and into the mouth, or they need to do angular range damage. Like with a samurai, you have 2 spaces in front of you and you have dead ahead. The Geomasters can be off to the side and mess with an off angle and get it mimed, and a samurai can't do that. So as you can see, I'm positioning all my elementals so that Rams is getting a piece of the pie as well, because that's what he's there for. Also, if you notice, I'm looking at all these guys right before I elemental them, because some of them have potentially deadly reactions. For example, that one, he just had damage split. Well, there's another one somewhere around there who also has counter flood. If they pair up next to each other, and I hit them both with anything at the same time, and they both counter, whoever did that ability is very likely to die. And I don't really want that because my only means of revival is the monk. That's actually why she was brought there instead of like a third Geomancer, is because one, I needed to have someone, well, everyone had to have yin yang magic, which really cut down the skill selection. And after that, I can't use white magic, so it's either a chemist or a monk. Chemist is better at resing, but when they don't need to res, their damage output sucks balls, especially when the mime's around. A lot of wasted potential there. So I went with the monk instead. See how that works out. And they're all just lining up right in front of Reyes. I love the AI sometimes. So, like, this turn she can do a Kiku, Rams will mimic that, and like 8 of them will be just taking damage. Once again, being very mindful of the mine placement. So she can get a double hit. Ramza, who's right behind her, get his double hit. Regarding what I said earlier about their speeds, if with 13 speed and auto haste going down, my characters can wait in place a total of 3 times. Then their AT will be lined up perfectly. So with the Geomancers, they've been waiting in place a whole bunch, but in a little bit you'll see me moving them for what appears to be no reason whatsoever. And that's because if I wait with them, then they'll crest over their AT and be susceptible to magic damage for a large amount of time. The Monk and Reyes, meanwhile, I think they've only waited in place once. So I'm just keeping track of that in my mind as I'm doing all this, because I don't want them to get laps over either. Urslash, Kiku, and a Mime on the other side, that entire row is going to be dying soon. And you can also see their counters starting to fall. So they've been dying. It's been nice. That one little Warlock in the back, if I remember correctly, she has a counter magic. The first time I tried doing a setup similar to this, I went with basically an all samurai crew and just teleported everywhere there's an opening and just spammed draw out, and they're all dying very, very quickly. But then I got to that last one with the counter magic and hit her once, she countered, my mimicked it, she countered, and I had dead people everywhere, and it was bad. Right there, what I just did was I dumbfired Elemental, because once again Ramza's Elemental is stronger than my Geomancer's Elemental, so if I can get him to do the double hit instead of the Geomancer, by all means go for it. Meanwhile, Reyes just caught double counterflood in the past turn. I love how she has so much health. So she had to heal up a little bit, which caused everyone else to heal up a little bit too. They had taken some damage from Damage Split or whatever. But the counterflighter's dead now. And now there's a decent mine yard of Warlocks in between me and the rest of them. So they can't get near me. In fact, they're getting so far away that I can't directly hit them with Elemental anymore. So I'm just dumbfiring Elemental to them via the Mime, while they just sit in the back and throw Elemental onto dead Warlocks. And once again, the Geomancer moved because she had to keep moving. Normally I'd just, in a sand situation, just sit there and wait. At this point, I'm realizing that I think haze is already worn off, if I remember correctly. But I just started turtling a little bit, because what's happening is all these Warlocks are getting down to 1 counter, 0 counters, and I don't think I can kill them in time. And I'm expecting a whole bunch of crystals to start popping up, so I don't see much point in attacking them. So I'm just going to chill here in the back, throw out Kiyomoris, throw out Chakras, keep everyone topped off, hopefully give everyone shell before it's all said and done. And so when Innocent expires, they can cast it on themselves with minimal damage, hopefully. And then I can go out and kill the 3 of them that are still remaining. While still hopefully attacking a little bit of them. And that one had HP restore. Ugh, hate it when that triggers, especially in a fight like this. But again, this battle basically seems like it's already won, so I'm not too concerned about it. More Kiyomori, hopefully getting everyone shell. Yeah, these Warlocks are going to pop into treasure chest any day now. Any day. And I'm just waiting for them to do it, because then everything opens up. They're going to be all getting max HP, and I'm just going to start killing them again. and I don't see much point in that. So innocent just wore off. Everyone's getting their turn. They're gonna try and innocent themselves. They're gonna get some distance between them as best they can. I screwed up with the monk. I waited with her when I didn't need to, so she's a little bit out of the loop. And any day now, these warlocks are gonna turn